I don't know if I should do it. I don't know. I know as soon as I make this video, I'm gonna make a lot of people mad, piss a lot of people off. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the worst sublimation printer ever made. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. As you see here on the screen, you are looking at countless hundreds, if not thousands of people who have purchased Epson 2720 inkjet eco tank, fill your own ink in it, and thought, especially back in 2020, I'm gonna start a sublimation business and I'm gonna print sublimation with this exact printer right here. And man, has that caused a lot of people a lot of issues. This printer is not designed under any circumstances for sublimation ink. Sublimation is really a dying art. Yes, I know people are gonna kill me. Oh, you're just saying that because you do transfers, da da da. No, it just is because it has its place. Trust me, it has its place. The Mimaki, there's a lot of large format Mimaki sublimation printers. Those are the real deal. What you can get from that machine is the real deal. Never can you get the same quality from a converted non-commercial printer that you will get from a professional grade, industry made, industry standing, leading sublimation printer. You're just not gonna get the same product. It may look the same, but there's a big difference, and there is a reason why those sublimation printers exist, and these cause you major headaches. Even in the world of DTF, so many people started out converting Epson sublimation printers to DTF, the big ones that have the roll come out and they'll print and they'll put DTF in there and they'll print, and those were clogging print heads just the same way that happens in these. Whether or not you put sublimation ink in it or DTF ink, it's still gonna clog the print head. It's hitting that film. It was never designed, those converted machines were never designed to print on film over and over and over and over and over with those print heads. It just, that wasn't its design. It was designed to print on paper. So with this machine right here, the Epson 2720, I hope that a lot of you out there see this video and don't buy it. We have a lot of videos where we help you try to fix it. This printer right now works. It 100% works. The ink that you see in here is regular printer ink though, regular printer ink. So I wanted to take 2024 out like we did every year and let people know, hey, if you're looking to get into a full color option and you want to be able to go on black apparel or darker colors, and you also want to be able to create designs for other fabrics that aren't polyester, you're not subject to just polyester with other forms of transfers or printing processes. With vinyl, you can do it on anything. With DTF transfers, you can do it on anything. With screen print transfers, you can do it on anything. With, I don't even know if there's another process out there. White toner, you can do it. White toner printers, they print a transfer that can go on any apparel or basically any apparel surface. So some leathers, some denim and stuff like that, so on and so forth. But sublimation is very limited. But if you want to make like really big cloths or something like that, you can definitely do it. This specific machine is not designed for that. Remember, the biggest size that you're getting out of this thing is an 8x11. Do they make rolls of paper or film or something like that that you could run through this to get bigger than an 8x11? I guess you could, but remember, this machine was never designed for that. So there's so many videos, and I'm even seeing in 2024, people recommending this machine. And I'm like, why on God's green earth are they doing that? Why are they telling people? Our videos were, we bought it because we saw other people doing it. Then when we found out all the issues, we started making content on both channels, Straight Outta Content and Flash Custom Transfers, about this specific machine, letting you know how to fix it, how to service it, how to get your inks back, because we had a lot of problems. All the problems that we had with this machine, we faced with our DTF machines, and that's the reason why we are so heavy on Mimakis, because you don't have the exact same issues. But the same maintenance that you would use on a DTF machine, you're going to use on the sublimation machine if you still have it and if you are still printing or attempting to print sublimation with this specific machine. We don't recommend this machine under any circumstances for the sole purpose of sublimation. If you want this printer for regular paper, it is the greatest printer we've ever had. The inks are super cheap right off of Amazon. We actually have a printer upstairs, which is your old school cartridge printer, and that thing was costing us a ton of money. This thing right here, I still have ink. All this ink that you're seeing here, I would have to print like 1,000 pieces of paper every single day in order to run out of this ink. And the ink, all the colors plus black, is extremely cheap off of Amazon. And all the links in the description down below. So if you are looking for a regular printer, just a regular printer, this is the printer to go with. Don't waste your money with cartridges. But if you're looking for a printer for sublimation, contact us. The sublimation printers are probably the most cheapest printers out there. They're not too expensive because the technology has been around for such a long time. So you can get a small sublimation printer for like 8 to 11 grand, just depending on the model, especially brand new from Mimaki. They make amazing quality sublimation printers. We've actually shown some of them in our videos. I just want to let anybody know in this video, please be aware of this printer. It's not going to get you to the promised land, and you are going to go through a lot of issues. Like I said, just go to Straight Outta Content or Flash Custom Transfers and type in Epson Sublimation Printer, and you will see all the videos that we have associated to this printer. We have more videos showing you how to fix it and convert it back to regular ink than we do of it actually running. The biggest reason why is, unless you're doing sublimation every single day and running this thing, it's going to get clogged. The head in this thing is going to get clogged, and you're going to have to do consecutive, like at least 10, which is our lucky number that we found out, 10 consecutive nozzle cleans and head cleans on this machine just to get it printing regular, And that's our situation, because we caught the problem early. One of the lines got all jacked up, and we had to try to clean it out and use all the liquid cleaner and stuff like that. Very, very similar to how you clean a print head or how you clean the nozzles. How you clean the hoses in some DTF printers. You don't have to do all that with a Mimaki DTF printer, because there's actually a solution that plugs into the side and it does it all for you. There are some cleaning areas where you are going to take your Q-tip and dip it in some alcohol and clean stuff like that, but predominantly most of the cleaning is done inside of the Mimaki printer. It's very different than your maintenance that's done on the other Chinese machines, but I digress. That's a different conversation for a different day. This Epson 2720, do not get it for sublimation. There is a big viral video that we have when I'm picking this thing up and throwing it in the trash at our former store. And the reason why I did that is because we have full color transfers. And the technology of DTF has come such a long way. There really is no reason for this type of machine in our industry. We don't really do sublimation. And if we need something on a hard surface, we do UV DTF or a UV flatbed printer, which is going to print directly to the item. Right there in the machine, you put it in the machine, set up everything, and it prints directly to the item. I just don't see a reason for sublimation. I'm sure there is a lot out there, but if there is, take the money. We also offer in-house financing, or even if you don't get a printer from us, there's a lot of other companies out there that will help you finance a real sublimation printer if that's something that you do. But for the people out there who are just jumping in and they don't know anything, and we're seeing a lot of that on our channel, people are just jumping in and they're seeing this video from somewhere else and they're like, ooh, I can make t-shirts in 2024 with my income tax. I'll get this printer right here, and then I'll put sublimation ink in it from Amazon, and then I'll start making t-shirts. And it doesn't work like that. It just doesn't. This printer's not designed for that. I hope that this video is some value to you. Again, it's not a bash on the printer. The printer itself, we still have it. This thing is our baby. We will never get rid of it because it prints paper, regular print ink, perfect. Like we'll never get rid of it. It saves us so much money, especially for offices. Like if you have an office and you need a great printer for your office, get this one right here, the Epson 2720. It's going to do wonders. It's gonna print paper, vibrant colors, everything that you need. And the inks are super cheap right there on Amazon. So you're gonna save a ton of money in inks, versus those cartridges over and over and over. And as long as you're printing, this thing is running great, and you can always run the nozzle checks and the cleaning and just keep this thing running tip top. But If you're looking to invest your income tax money, we're right around the corner, Valentine's Day is tomorrow. If you're looking to invest your income tax money, I advise you, there's levels to this. I advise you to get into DTF or some sort of direct to object flatbed printing. There's a lot of videos that we have on our channel showing you machines like the UJF machine, which prints directly to an item, or even laser engraving with a company like Trotec. Shout out to Trotec. They sell industrial lasers, and they even sell small ones that you can have in your home. And remember, so there's no exhaust or anything, and you can laser engrave a ton of items. Those Stanley cups are going, you know, really hot item right now. So many people want their Stanley cup etched or engraved. Those are the machines that we are focused more on in the future, not telling you to convert a machine. We're actually walking you through the door of these major corporations like Mimaki, Amcad, DTF Superstore, so on and so forth, to show you that these real machines are obtainable and you can create a viable, profitable business with these machines, not a side hustle or anything like that where you're just, you know, kind of tinkering around. You can really take your city and your area to the next level if you go and get the right equipment. Like I always compare it to like a mechanic. Any of us can go to Walmart and get some tools and call ourselves a mechanic, but there's also the ability to maybe take $2,000, something like that, go to Mac Tools, or not Sonic, there's another company out there, but Matco Tools, and get you a real nice size. You might have to finance it, get you a nice size $10,000 tool chest, and then start taking, the bigger the tools you have, the better the jobs you have, right? So if I have, you know, a couple of tools from Walmart, I'm only able to change oils, change brakes, and stuff like that. If I have this big tool set that I invested $10,000 in, now I can change cylinder heads, now I can change valve covers, now I can change, you know, camshafts, timing and everything. I can change drive shafts. I can do a lot more with these tools, and they're gonna pay, all the new jobs that I get and my ability with my great pricing is going to pay off my initial investment. You're not doing that with these things right here, unless you already have a job or something like that. But if you're looking to leave your job, this is what we're truly suggesting, that, hey, you have access now to all of these affordable printers, and don't look at it like, oh, it's $60,000 for a UJF-3042 or UJF-6042. Think about whatever city that you're in, what you can actually charge, because there's nobody else around you doing it. So always look to be, you know, if your city's littered with DTF, like right now, Houston is littered with people able to do DTF. So Chelly and I are like, okay, well, there's so many people doing DTF, but they all have Chinese machines. We understand that, we know how much they're going to be down because we've been printing on Chinese machines. So we know how many printer heads are gonna have, how lack of service departments they have access to. If you get a Chinese machine and it lands, you're the one who has to set it up. Whereas if you get a Mimaki, especially from us through DTF Superstore, they set it up. 2-day setup, they set up everything for you. There's been a lot of misconception on what happens with these DTF printers. I'm gonna do a separate video for that later. But the process to get you set up is the easiest it's going to be right now. We have in-house financing, but if you have financing or you have the capital right now to get in, now is the time to get in. The first ever DTF Expo is coming up. DTF Superstore, you can go to DTFSuperstore.com. You will see it right there, the first ever DTF Expo. Once this thing hits, outside of the Impressions Expo, which was again heavily DTF, once this DTF Expo hits, and there's a lot of people that land in Phoenix, it's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're going to see a video like this and be like, you know, at the end of the year or next year, you're gonna be like, man, I wish I had got it. Now I know 5 people in my area that are basically splitting all the profits in my city. I'm in Indianapolis, or I'm in Michigan, or in Detroit or something like that, and 3-4 companies with 5 TXF 150s and a screen printing operation are killing the industry as far as transfer. You're gonna be like, dang, I wish I had pulled the trigger when I had the opportunity, when the prices were as low as they are, because they're low right now, but everybody knows everything is going up. Everything is going up, everything is going up. So this is just the advice that I have. All we can do at Flash Custom Transfers, Flash Printing Depot, straight into content. Shelly and I, all we can do is bring you to the water. We can't make you drink. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I know it's been a very long time since we have filmed. This video right here has been on my heart for a very long time. So happy Valentine's Day to you. And stay tuned, we got some really awesome content coming with us and DTF Superstore. We've actually already filmed it, so we're just waiting to release it. So stay tuned, it's gonna be a great video. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. And please stop buying this printer right here for sublimation. It sucks. Peace.